With Martine, aka the Boxing Purist. Welcome to another live edition of the Truth and Absolute Boxing segment. How is everybody? I'm just waiting for some people to get up in here. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, who you guys got? Who you guys got? That first fight was dynamite, y'all. I think it's pretty cool that we're getting excited to see women fight inside of that ring. You know what I'm saying? Let me not make the same mistakes I did yesterday. Let me see something. Oh, there we go. Joaquin, what up, brother? How you doing, good sir? Welcome, welcome, my man. Who you got, Joaquin? Clarissa? Or is that what you're calling Katie Taylor or Amanda Serrano? One of them. It's funny, man, because Jake Paul and Mike Tyson is obviously the main event of the show, but in my personal opinion, the main event is this one right here. The women are stealing the show from Jake and Mike Tyson. What is going on? Yes, straight up. Amanda Serrano. You know, that first fight was so close, man. Katie Taylor is no joke. That's going to be a tough one, man. That's going to be a tough one. I don't know about you, man, but the first fight kind of gave me the feeling like if they fought again, it'd be another close one, but the outcome would be the same. But you never know until fight night, I guess, man. We'll see what they bring to the table. Yo, did you hear about I think we've been talking about Ortiz and Boots, but Ortiz said earlier in the interview that he's going to fight February 1st, in February, whether it be Boots or somebody else. Hopefully Boots gets it together and rises to the occasion. He has enough time for sure to get ready for that fight. Let me create a poll on here. Yeah, let me see. Creating a quick poll, guys. Just bear with me, just bear with me. Cool, there we go. What up, so who we got? I started a little poll down there, so y'all make sure that you hit that poll. Let me know who you guys got tomorrow. Do you got Amanda Serrano or do you got Katie Taylor? It should be a good one, man. The last one was a really, really good fight. I'm expecting the same. But again, like I was saying earlier, man, sometimes those kind of fights give me the feeling like if it happens again, that it's going to be the same outcome, close and all of that good stuff. But we'll see. We'll find out tomorrow night. Y'all, welcome to the live. Who you guys got? The real main event. That's what we're talking about here. Tomorrow's real main event. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. Who you guys rolling with? Hold on. Let me double check. Oh, there we go. Thomas Steiner. What's good, bro? Welcome. Welcome to the live. What's good with you? Who you got, Thomas? We're talking about the real main event tomorrow, bro. I love Iron Mike, but I can't call Iron Mike versus Jake Paul an actual fight. You know what I'm saying? The fight are the ones before that fight. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live. Let me know where y'all from. Drop it at the bottom. Let me know where you guys are coming in from. Thomas Steiner from Germany, all the way from Germany, my man. Welcome to the show, bro. I'm excited to have you here, bro. I didn't think I had anybody in Germany, but hey, we're all happy that you're here. The #1 Benavidez hater. Hey, Human Torch, is that me? Hey, I'm all open for discussion, bro. You won't hurt my feelings. Is that me? Am I the Benavidez hater? Oh, I like when the conversation gets good like this. Let me see. Wisconsin. Yeah, me. Okay, perfect. Wisconsin, Joaquin, what up? All right, so Human Torch, tell me why I'm a David Benavidez hater, bro. I just want to know, and I want you to be honest. Yes, sir. USA, my man. USA. Yeah, I live here in the States, bro. Shout out to you and all of Germany, though, bro. Human Torch, man. I still want to hear why I'm a number one David Benavidez hater. The number one Benavidez hater. I want to know. Asu Hassan, I would love to answer that, man, but I'm still trying to get to know my audience. The last time I said anything remotely close to any of those two things, it was horrible. Can I speak a little bit of German? I cannot, because you always downplaying him all the time to justify Canelo's actions. Downplaying David? How? How am I downplaying David Benavidez to defend Canelo? You realize that both of those are two different worlds, right? There's the Canelo level and then there's the Benavidez level, right? Some fans like to put them on the same level for a crazy... I mean, if you could justify how you could put them both in the same level, then maybe you got an argument. But, I mean, go ahead. Go ahead. Human Torch, man, just a hint of advice, my man. Anytime that you have a discussion or a debate with somebody, the second you start throwing emojis in there, bro, I would leave those out, bro. But I'm happy to have the discussion, man. Which one of David Benavidez things did I downplay? I did call David Benavidez a weight bully at 168, and I'll say that all the time. David Benavidez is that dude. Hey, I always said this about David Benavidez, and you guys, I've said it plenty of times. I think that David Benavidez has the potential to be that dude. But just like I say with Tank Davis, he has the potential to be that guy. I'm saying it, they still have to show that they could do it. You know, I'm not going to, personally, I'm not going to give them that stat until they earn it. And I do that with fighters all the way around. How is he a weight bully? No such thing as a weight bully. If you can make weight, you can make the weight. Yeah, very true. If you can make the weight, you can make the weight, man. But when you go up in weight, when you're torturing yourself to go to a lower weight class, when you can fight at a weight class right above it more comfortably, that's what you call a weight bully, man. That's the term in boxing. I didn't make it up. Canelo won't give him the fight. Very true, Joaquin. I'm not going to front on that, and I'm going to be real with you, man. I think the reason Canelo won't give it to him, I think it's kind of petty in my opinion. I think it goes back to the disrespect of David and his dad. And I get it. Trash talking and all that is a part of boxing, man. But when someone's at the very top, you don't want to go at them that way because they got the power to say yes and they got the power to say no. They don't have handlers looking in for their interests. You just got to play the part. What it do, fam? To unify until Canelo came into the picture. Very true. Very true. And again, man, I'll say it. David has the potential, man. I've always spoken. I say David Benavidez is a very precise puncher. I've said that the man is really quick for his size. I've said all those things. You know what I'm saying? Serrano might win because, let me see, IS Tech. What's up, bro? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, man. Serrano might win because she's stronger, but I hope Taylor wins. I believe she has the better skill. Yes, I agree on that one, man. I'm kind of leaning on Taylor to pull it off. I'm kind of leaning on her to pull it off. What's going on, brother? And let me tell y'all something, man, about the sport of boxing. And I've said this in my videos, but I'm going to remind you guys, okay? I'm going to remind you guys. Myself, when it comes to basketball, when it comes to other sports and stuff, I tend to be really biased. So I wouldn't be able to have something like this where I could talk boxing. Like, if I'm watching a boxing match, like I told you guys yesterday, I like picking the winner of a fight. Like, I like saying, okay, this is how the styles clash. This is how they mix up. This is what one does good. This is what one doesn't. This is where they got an advantage over each other. I pick this guy to win. But very, very rarely am I sitting there rooting for one fighter. You know what I'm saying? I actually got Canelo beating Benavidez by TKO. Not counting him out. Fan Benavidez struggled with Caleb. Stylistically, I think that Benavidez gives Canelo some really, really good rounds, okay? I think that, and listen up right here, guys. You got to pay attention to this part, okay? This was about Serrano Taylor, man, but I'm a sucker for good discussion. Now, I want y'all to think about this with David Benavidez, okay? Canelo has about like 60 fights under his belt. The man has seen every style. He's fought big dudes, small dudes, strong dudes, fast dudes, guys that move, guys that go to the body, guys that go to the head. Canelo has seen all those styles over and over and over again. David Benavidez has what, 26, 27 fights? Yes, but he doesn't quite have the experience of a Canelo. And if you look at that matchup stylistically, okay, David Benavidez is a come forward fighter. Come forward fighter that cuts a lot of weight to make weight. Keep that there, okay? Canelo is a fierce body puncher that likes a fighter coming at him because he's a great counter puncher and it would create openings. Again, listen, David is going to be nice. He's going to create his own lane, okay? But in my personal opinion, when I look at the styles, when I look at both of their strengths, I think that they'd be 6, 7 really, really good rounds in which Canelo would stop him. Let me see. Cater, let me see. Katie has had more wars than Serrano. Serrano wins this time. That's a really good point. Raj Quaylar, that's a really good point, bro. That's a really good point. Human Torch and Edgar Berlanga does. Are you a Human Torch? Are you talking about deserve the fight? Deserving the fight with Canelo? Is that what you're referring to, Human Torch? Are you saying that why does Edgar get the fight and Benavidez didn't? Is that what you're asking? Goddamn dog. Serrano should come out victorious. You know, one thing's for sure, man. Tomorrow night, when they fight, the boxing fans are definitely going to be the winner when it comes to the Taylor and Serrano fight. Canelo KOs Benavidez in devastating fashion, tailor-made for Canelo, especially when Canelo throws with bad intentions. That's what I'm looking at too, Aztec. Not taking away from David, but styles make fights. Very true, Raj. Human, I get what you're saying, but I didn't quite catch what you asked. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking you if that's what you asked. Are you saying that why did Berlanga deserve the fight and Benavidez didn't? I really didn't see what the message was. That's why I'm asking you. And then I want to kind of speak on that, give you my opinion on it, but I could go back up, man, but then I get lost in the chat, man. Y'all know I'm a rookie at this. Rajo Quaylar, where you from, man? I think everybody typed in where they're from. Where you from, bro? Canelo is tailor-made for Canelo. Benavidez is fast and way more defensively responsible than Berlanga, and Canelo couldn't stop Edgar. Texas, what up, what up? Canelo tailor-made for Benavidez? Why? How so? That's I've never heard someone say that. How so, tailor-made? How so? And I'm really curious to hear this, man. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But I mean, I'm really trying to have a discussion, bro. This isn't. Let me see. Berlanga brings more to the table than Benavidez. Berlanga has a bigger fan base and more power. I would say that the choice for Berlanga, it's not necessarily that it was Berlanga, Human Torch, but you got to remember, man, that Canelo was looking at it like Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Berlanga was the name. He just happened to be the guy in there. Berlanga actually sold the fight pretty well too. You got to remember that, and at the same time respected Canelo, but he sold it. Canelo on the way out, Berlanga is trash. I'm not going to call Berlanga trash, dog. All I'm going to say is that Berlanga, like Benavidez, is still on the uprise. You know, I can't give either of them, I can't call either of them that great or anything. They still have to prove it, you know, in my personal opinion. I would say Benavidez definitely has better opponents than Berlanga has, more experience than he has. I'll absolutely agree with you on that, but I can't talk about either of them being an elite fighter yet. That's just not going to happen. Benavidez has reach over Canelo, quicker, better combos, better distance control. Actually, okay. So you lost me at that one, bro, because Benavidez gets hit quite a bit. You got to remember, Benavidez gets hit quite a bit, my man. You got to remember that, okay? You also got to remember he cuts a lot of weight to make fights, and he's never faced a body puncher like Canelo. You got to remember that. When you talk about big dudes, look at the guys that Canelo has faced. They're all bigger than him. Caleb Plant, Colin Smith, a lot of these dudes have been bigger, and it didn't give him an issue. You got to remember, man, I know what you're talking about with Benavidez, that he has the reach and all that, and I've had this discussion with somebody else. What you're forgetting, bro, is that that's not how Benavidez fights. He doesn't necessarily fight using the jab and keeping someone at the distance all night. He doesn't fight like that. You know, he calls them Yes, bro. I get what you're saying, and he's probably gonna get better. But you gotta remember right now, man, at the level that Canelo is at, you gotta remember the level that he's at, bro. Who wins? Tank Lemon 26. What up, bro? Welcome to the chat. Tank or Shakur? I'm gonna go with Tank off of experience, man. Shakur at that level needs more rounds in him. He's a great boxer, all of the above, but Shakur definitely needs more rounds in him because what would happen in a fight like that, it would look like a typical Tank fight in my personal opinion. It would look a fight that Tank is pretty much trying to hunt Shakur down. I see Shakur having, I see him having some success jabbing, maybe some 1-2s, a couple of shots here and there. However, I definitely see Tank landing something and changing the whole fight. That's just my personal opinion, man. I want to see it though. Toe-to-toe boxing, there's a reason he's ducking Benavidez. Are you talking about Canelo? Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but when Floyd Mayweather was an active fighter, Canelo came second to Floyd from hitting to not getting hit. Better have those rebounds. Yes, he does. Watch the fight with Angulo. He dominated him by outboxing him with the jab and breaking him down. He also destroyed Anthony Durrell with the jab. So, Human Torch, Anthony Durrell, when Benavidez fought him, you realize that he was way past his prime, right? And you're talking about Angulo, man. Again, though, you got to remember, man, and also Human Torch, one thing that you're forgetting too, bro, is you're forgetting about the event, okay? Did you see what happened to Jermell Charlo? The event was too much to him. Anyway, I can support the channel. I have been follow the channel. I like channels with some balanced commentary. Amen, amen. Les Porter Spence was a good fight. That was a really good fight. Toe to toe, Benavidez has fought, he fought Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? Alfredo Angulo, he did just fight, bro, but it was bare knuckles fighting. It was a bare knuckles fighting. Demetrius Andrade was already way past being, he was way past being boo-boo at the time that Benavidez fought him. Now, that wasn't Benavidez' fault, nor was it Andrade's fight. That just happened to be when the fight got made. It wasn't like, it's not like David was chasing Andrade. It just happened to make sense at the time for both of them to stay busy. So I feel that. But what up, man? If you just dropped in the live and you haven't dropped in the poll yet, man, what's up? Who you guys got for tomorrow? Serrano, and we could talk about anything, but, let me know what you guys are thinking, man. I get to know my audience a lot better with these little polls, believe it or not. Benavidez hasn't improved much in his defense. It's sus. He moves his head a lot when no one is throwing anything. The moment he's under fire, he stands still. Yeah, there's a little bit of kinks. However, if David Benavidez does improve in those things, right? One thing about David that he's doing a lot better, and I've seen, is that he's staying in better shape in between rounds. Toe-to-toe boxing, Serrano with the 8-round stoppage. Wow, okay. Okay, so I haven't looked at the polls yet, but it's definitely looking like Serrano's the favor. Does Canelo fight at 168 so he doesn't have to cut the 8 pounds without fighting at 160? I have always thought Canelo has actually said, Dill 87, Canelo has actually said that he's naturally a 160 fighter. He fights at 68, but he's naturally 160. Pancho Villa, yeah, he was. And you know what? Honestly, man, I won't hold that against David too much, man, because if you look at a few great fighters early in their career, which it wasn't so early in David's career, they tend to get clipped, man, and those are the kinks that they tend to work out in the gym. You hope so, anyway. You hope so, anyway. No, let me see. Hey, y'all, give me a second. I'm gonna get a refill, y'all. Don't go nowhere. What it do? He said he left. Let's go, guys. And Canelo was wobbled and the ropes held him up. So what? Yeah, absolutely. He's talking about the fight with when he fought Cotto's brother. Everybody gets hit, guys. It's the sport of boxing. Floyd Mayweather's gotten rocked. Andre Ward has gotten rocked. Everybody gets rocked. You're gonna get rocked sometimes. What matters is how you bounce back from that. Not a fan. So I rock with your channel, but the fact that Canelo has never been knocked down, I just don't see benefit. When Canelo was 18, I haven't seen Canelo get dropped in his professional career. And that's something to be respected after that many fights. Damn, yo, Aztec, was that really that long ago when Canelo fought Cotto's brother? Yeah, Mosley rocked Floyd twice. What was the first pay-per-view that I personally purchased? I remember it. Hey, Lemon 26, that's a really good question. This was a long time ago. The first one that I purchased on my own was Oscar De La Hoya versus Ricardo Mayorga. Whatever year that was, but that was the first one. And Benavidez was 19 when he got dropped because he came in as young as super. I thought Benavidez was a little bit older than that when he got dropped. Maybe I'm wrong. That was a good fight. Yeah, that's when De La Hoya came back and I think he stopped Mayorga. I think it was in round 6, that left hook. Pac-Man Bradley too. Okay. That was a good one too. Hey, Lemon, tell me the truth, man. Did Pac-Man get robbed that first fight? It's a no-brainer if you ask me. Hey, so do you guys know if tomorrow, the fight, is it just on Netflix, or is there some kind of Netflix pay-per-view that's going to be added on? I remember I went to 7-Eleven with my uncle to pay for the Tyson fight. Oh my gosh. Hey, Joaquin, it's funny you say that. I remember when I was really young, and at my house, whether it was Tyson, whether it was Camacho, whether it was Chavez, whether it was De La Hoya a little bit later, I remember going down to the cable company for my dad to pay for the fight, that $50. We'd go on a Friday and order it for the next day. I remember doing that with one of my cousins too when Trinidad fought De La Hoya. That was 99, 2000. Time flies, y'all. Time flies. Oh, anyways, I want to tell a quick story about this one, man. Dill87, he's talking about Mayorga having Vernon Forrest's number. And I always like to talk about this, man, because a lot of people don't realize that styles make fights, okay? It's really easy to look at a fighter that beat someone else and assume that this guy beat him, so he beats him. But let me take you on a trip down memory lane, like Nas said, okay? Oscar De La Hoya, okay, was beaten by Sugar Shane Mosley, right? Who was beaten by Vernon Forrest, who was beaten by Ricardo Mayorga, who was beaten by Oscar De La Hoya. Did you guys catch that? How it goes in a circle, right? The first pay-per-view I watched was Pac-Man versus Cotto. Oh man, I was so heartbroken, man. I thought I was for Cotto. I was never a big Pac-Man fan. I gave him his what the heck? What, something else caught my attention. Oh yeah, I was heartbroken, man. I was never a big Pac-Man guy. I gave him his props, but I was never a fan of Pac-Man. Trinidad made history. Yeah, I remember that night, man. I remember that night. It's sad that they never did it again, man. You Human Torch, are you? Yes, my parents are from, my parents came here really, really young from Mexico, yes. I'm American. My parents came here at a real young age. I feel you. I was a massive Pac-Man fan. When Marquez knocked him out, I was devastated. Oh, that straight right that he caught him with was so crazy, man. So crazy. James Toney could never beat Montez Griffin. He had his number also. Ooh, I gotta look into that one, man. I'm actually a James Toney fan. Could you guys imagine if James Toney actually would have dedicated himself to the craft? If he actually would have dedicated himself to the sport? A lot of people don't realize that James Toney was not a dedicated fighter. He wasn't really in the gym. He wasn't into all of that. How James Toney stayed in shape was sparring. That he just sparred. That's all he did. Cotto got screwed by Margachito. Yeah, that first fight, man. I don't feel like Cotto was ever the same after that fight. I mean, when you're getting hit with freaking bricks in your gloves, man, that takes a mental toll on you. Okay, so somebody said I met James here in Cali coming out of a restaurant in San Fernando Valley. Dope, dope, dope. Cotto versus De La Hoya would have been legendary. That'd have been a good one, man. That'd have been a good one. I see De La Hoya with his jab, and honestly with his jab and his quickness beating Cotto, but it would have been legendary. I agree. I agree. If you could take fighters from certain eras and put them together, you know which fight I always thought would be really good? At 154, Canelo, Fernando Vargas. I thought that'd always be a really, really good one. Oh, what about a fight like Tito Trinidad, I don't know, Terrence Crawford? That's another one. Alright, I got a question for you guys, man. Who is the boxer that made you start watching boxing? You know what I'm saying? Like the one that you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch him, and from there you're interested in the sport and now you just started watching boxing in general. Pac-Man and Triple G. Okay, Pac-Man and Triple G. I like that. Mike Tyson, that's a common one, man. I'd probably say Iron Mike as a kid, too. He was just like a legend when you were a kid. Beating him in Punch-Out was hell, though. I know a lot of you, some of you guys at least remember fighting Mike Tyson in Punch-Out, right? I don't care what game they talk about. Undisputed Fight Night Champion. You weren't nothing unless you could play, unless you could beat Mike Tyson in Punch-Out. For the Nintendo. That was something else, man. What's the code? Hey, you know, I know exactly what you're talking about, to skip to the end. I started watching boxing back in 93. Hey, I remember being a young buck watching Chavez Camacho, man, for sure. Kid Gavilan, okay. Mike Tyson Holyfield 1. Was there really a Buster Douglas knockout on Sega? I remember the Evander Holyfield one on Sega and the Greatest Heavyweights on Sega. I don't remember the Buster Douglas one. Were y'all devastated when Mike Tyson lost to Holyfield as well? Mike Tyson was just that guy that was not supposed to lose. You know what I'm saying? You were never supposed to see him take an L, for sure. Hey man, thank y'all for being in here too, man. I love having these boxing discussions, man. Yeah, I used to play when I was a kid. Okay. You think about how hard those games used to be, man, back in the day, like compared to the games now, it was insane. It was so limited, man, and we made it work. So question, are all y'all gonna be tuning in tomorrow to watch the event, the Mike Tyson? You guys all gonna be watching it? King Hippo. Oh, he was. What about Super Macho Man? Yeah, I used to play when I was a kid. I'll probably be watching too. I'll probably be guilty of it. And I know all of us. Can I speak for all of us in here? Right? Y'all could type a 1. Like, I speak for everyone. In reality, we just want to see Jake Paul get knocked out, right? Jake Paul by decision. It's just, I mean, yeah, I can see that. Toe to toe boxing. Do you got a channel as well, man? You create content and all that as well? Yes, yeah, I figured. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what we want. It's kind of a win-win for the fans, man, because if Tyson loses, we're going to be like, nah, man, he's obviously 60 years old, man. He got a senior citizen discount on his boxing gloves. And if he wins, it's going to be a double whammy to Jake Paul. So we win either way, boxing fans. We win either way. I'm into boxing because of my uncle. He was a huge Pac-Man fan. That's what's up. Okay, cool. It tends to happen like that for sure. From the perspective sport. Jesus, what up, bro? Why does Andre Ward always criticize Canelo? So, a long time ago, Andre Ward, I don't know if he made a comment or there was this article. This was a long time ago. This had to be, 10, 15 years ago, right? And a lot of people had the same question because y'all got to remember that Andre Ward is a gold medalist, right? He's a gold medalist. And also, Oscar De La Hoya is a gold medalist. Well, Oscar De La Hoya became America's Golden Boy. And Andre Ward is, he's a real stand-up dude. He carries himself well. You never really hear about Andre getting in trouble. He's a family man. He's a man of faith. He's all of the above. So a lot of people would think that, oh, this is going to be the next Golden Boy. People are going to back him. This is going to happen and whatnot. And I just feel like it messes with Andre Ward when someone like Canelo just comes into the sport and gets all this praise, which Canelo earned it. No one gave it to him. I just feel like it bugs him a little bit. Another thing that I think bugs Andre Ward, and you guys know that's my dude. I think that obviously, if you look at the first Ward, if you look at the Ward Kovalev fights, right? However you feel about them, right? Even though when Canelo fought Sergey Kovalev, he was already a defeated Kovalev, I think it still messes with Andre Ward that Canelo knocked him out. I just think that's what it is, man. Let me see. Yes, I have started. I'm big on TikTok, just trying to make the same transition to YouTube. Any advice? Well, my brother, I don't even got a TikTok, man. So, hey, toe-to-toe boxing, why don't you do this, man? In my description, you can find my email. Shoot me an email right there and we'll talk, man. I definitely like to network, man. Ward fights were boring. Andre Ward is overrated. Yeah, no, let's talk about it, man. So let me tell y'all something about Andre, man. Andre Ward, way back in the day, I started watching, and I said this before, HBO, After Dark, you know what I'm saying? All those fights. That's where he was fighting. And there was a lot of guys on the come up at that time as well. You got to remember, social media was really dimmed down. So the names that you would hear about is because these names were up and coming and making names for themselves. Well, little by little, Andre Ward took down all of them. He literally took down all of them. Alan Green, Carl Froch, Mikhail Kessler, Arthur Abraham, Alan Green, Sakio Bika. Then he took a little layoff. He came back and jumped right into Sullivan Barrera. At the time, was undefeated when Ward fought him. He jumped right back up into the mix. And to me, Andre rubs people a lot the wrong way a lot of the times, in my opinion, because of the way that he fights. Now, I've said this in the past, right? If this right here was a border between being a dirty fighter and a clean fighter, Andre definitely hangs out right here, and it rubs people the wrong way. There's a lot of tactics he uses in that ring that are not fan favorite. For whatever reason, though, man, Andre always found a way to win. And when he fought Chad Dawson, listen, go look at the fight between Andre Ward and Chad Dawson. Look at his performance. I compare it to Floyd Mayweather when he fought Chico Corrales. Just go check it out. Aztec, I'm going to agree that he retired too early. Absolutely, absolutely. I'll agree with you guys on that one. Absolutely. I think Canelo has a good chance in beating Beterbiev. Well, Jesus, I don't know if you remember when Beterbiev, like 2 years ago, he had a fight where he just looked okay. He didn't look great. And Andre Ward's comment after that was, a lot of people are going to look to be fighting him now. Obviously, he was taking a shot at Canelo, but I'll be real with you, man. Canelo, stylistically, I think matches up good with Bivol. I'm not saying he beats him, but he matches up good stylistically, man. Have seen way more dirtier fighters than Dre. I mean, yeah, absolutely. And then I'm not saying Dre is clean, but man, I've seen some dirty ones out there, bro. A fight that I really wanted back in the day when Triple G was having his run, I wanted him and Andre Ward to meet at a catchweight. Yeah, Hopkins was pretty dirty as well. Absolutely. Yeah, back in the day, Ward, Triple G, catchweight. That's what I wanted so bad. Just because I know that Ward at 164 would have. His fight with Nigel Benn was a super dirty fighter. Triple G versus Floyd. Too big, man. Too big. What up? If you have not voted yet, welcome to the live. If you have not voted on who you got, this is how I get to know you guys a lot better. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you subscribe before you leave. It's not going to take anything. It's just a little tap of the finger. Hey, one thing I wanted to say for you guys that are subscribed to me, someone hit me up earlier, Canelo James Tony. That's a good one. Um, yeah, he is too smart. Anyways, if you got the notifications on for when I do go live or drop a video, could you guys just double check that? Because I got a couple of comments earlier saying that they didn't get the notification for my live. Now, my channel, my rhythm has been crazy as of late, and not in a good way. It took a big dive. I don't know what happened. I'm trying to figure it out. So please check if y'all got the notifications on and all that. If you're subscribed to my channel, and tell a friend. Pancho Villa, I tried, my man. I tried, my brother. Thank you for stopping by, bro. El Chimi, yeah, that's very true, man. He's definitely more skillful, but better be of size. He just keeps coming forward. Canelo would have to get him out of there. You got the notification, Pancho. Okay, good. Awesome, man. Good to hear. Just making sure, man. I'm just making sure. I know the time was a little crazy and everything, man. Hopefully we're past all the politics and all that, man. Now let's just stick to boxing. Alright, y'all. Anyway, man, so myself, I gotta go pick up my kids right now, man. That's when you guys see me doing this, it's because I'm looking at the clock. Anyway, though, man, thank you guys for stopping by the live again. A lot of you guys hung out the whole time, and I appreciate you guys for doing so. Hey, and the discussions that we had, we don't have to agree on all of them. This is what I love, man. We don't have to agree on everything we talk about. Nonetheless, we talk boxing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yo, I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Much love to all y'all that stopped through. God bless y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Peace, y'all.